Every one of us has felt it, the quiet weight of guilt, the chains that seem to tighten no matter how hard we try to break free. Sin is not just something we do, it is something that binds us, whispering that we will never be good enough. But there is a truth stronger than that whisper, and it begins with hope. Scripture tells us that sin entered the world quietly through a single choice, and it has followed humanity ever since. It separates us from the life we were made for, from peace, from wholeness, from God Himself. Yet even in that first moment of brokenness, a promise was already being written. For centuries, people tried to overcome that weight through rules, sacrifices, and effort alone. But no amount of striving could fully lift the burden. Something greater was needed, someone who could carry what we could not carry ourselves. Then came the moment history had been waiting for. God Himself stepped into the world, not in power and thunder, but as a humble child born in a quiet town. Love wrapped in flesh, walking among us. He grew, He taught, He healed, and He loved without limit. Yet the deepest purpose of His life was still ahead of Him. He came not just to show us how to live, but to set us completely free. On a hill outside the city, the greatest act of love the world has ever known took place. He carried not His own sin, but ours, every failure, every shame, every chain we could never break. There on that wooden cross, victory over sin was purchased once and for all. The world grew dark that day, but darkness never gets the final word. 3 days later, the tomb that held Him could not hold Him any longer. Death itself was defeated, and with it the power of sin was broken forever. Because He rose, we do not have to stay trapped in our old patterns and failures. His resurrection is not just a historical event, it is a living power available to anyone who calls on Him. Victory is no longer something we chase, it is something we receive. This victory changes who we are at the core. We are no longer defined by our past mistakes, but by a new identity given to us through grace. The old label of failure is replaced with beloved, forgiven, and free. Of course, the battle with sin does not vanish overnight. Temptation still knocks, old habits still whisper, and the enemy still tries to pull us back into old chains. But now we fight from a place of victory already won, not defeat still feared. Scripture describes this battle using the image of armor, a spiritual protection given to every believer. Truth as a belt, righteousness as a breastplate, faith as a shield, and the Word of God as a sword. We are never sent into battle unequipped. One of our greatest weapons is the renewing of our minds. Sin often begins in thought before it becomes action, so victory begins there too. As we fill our minds with truth, the old lies slowly lose their grip. Prayer is another powerful weapon in this ongoing victory. It is not a formality, but a lifeline, a constant conversation that keeps our hearts anchored to the one who already won the war. In our weakest moments, prayer becomes our strongest stand. We are also never meant to fight this battle alone. God designed community, brothers and sisters who encourage, pray, and walk alongside us when we stumble. Victory over sin often grows stronger in the company of others who remind us who we truly are. Even when we fall, and we will sometimes fall, grace does not disappear. Victory over sin does not mean we become perfect overnight. It means we are never without a way back. Every failure is met with open arms rather than condemnation. Little by little, freedom becomes a way of life rather than a distant hope. The habits that once controlled us lose their power as we walk closer to the light. What once felt impossible becomes the quiet rhythm of a transformed life. This victory is meant to be shared, not hidden. As we experience freedom, our lives become living proof to others that chains really can break. Our stories become quiet invitations for someone else still trapped in the dark. One day, this victory will be complete in ways we can hardly imagine, when every trace of sin and sorrow is wiped away forever. Until then, we live as people already free, already forgiven, already loved beyond measure. The chains are broken and they are not going back on. So wherever you find yourself today, know this. Victory over sin is not something you have to earn or achieve on your own. It has already been won for you, offered freely, waiting simply to be received. Step into that light and walk in the freedom you were always meant to have.